All right. Hey, everybody. Sorry I am late. It's been a little bit crazy. All right. Let's see if we are for real live. Yep. All right. There I am on Facebook. It's a dark. There we go. Finally. Holy crap. Ever since they've done their captions, it's been difficult. Ever since they've done their captions, it's been difficult. Ever since they've done their captions. I can't believe I was like repeating myself. All right, let's see what's on here. Live. Do you have a value ladder? And cool. Okay, perfect. So now we know we're up. Let's bring up the chat. All right. Okay, so keynotes, and we are golden. All right, we're just going to get right into it. I'm sorry. I'm actually glad I started trying to get this stream going 10 minutes earlier, and the weird thing is it failed. Just stream failed. So then I had to go back on the channels to make sure, because sometimes it says stream failed, and it actually starts streaming to the channel, and then I start a video and it ends the stream and then tries to create a new stream, and it's kind of messy. It did that I think last Friday, so I need to go back and look at those videos and check them out. I might have to actually remake it. I didn't even realize that until just this very moment. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. All right, so today we are DOTCOM secrets, and here's the thing. Okay, if you go through the trouble of getting a book, like a real hard copy book, I filled out the form, I paid the shipping and handling, and a few days later, bam, it arrived via UPS. Okay, why would you not then go through the trouble of literally mastering the book? So, oh, hey, Spike. Spike's here visiting. Maybe he wants to say hi. Do you want to say hi? Come here, kitty, kitty. Oh, can you see the kitty? Kitty, kitty. All right, we saw the kitty. Okay, so he's wily, that cat. He doesn't always want to be picked up. So as you can see, he was in no mood. So I put him down real fast. Okay, you should go through the trouble and master the book. So I read through this book once, and I thought I got a lot out of it the first time I read it. Unfortunately, I did not. I didn't get out nearly what I thought I got from it. Because if you take a book like that, cover to cover, packed with information, there's so much good information in that book. It's unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe he's just giving them away for the price of shipping and handling, basically. Seriously, it just boggles my mind. Okay, so screen. Oh, you know what I should have checked it before I started the slideshow there. Okay, so I'm thinking let's make sure, because I have two separate screens, okay, and the problem I have is when I'm the slideshow takes up two screens. I need a third screen so I can actually monitor the video. A buddy of mine in Canada who has a fair amount of property he lives on just bought a bunch of chickens. That's pretty cool. All right, there we go. It looks good. Awesome. Love it when something comes together like that. Okay. Come on. All right, so, okay, do you have a value ladder? I'm going to use my psychic power, and I'm going to say you do not have a value ladder. I'm going to say you may not even know what a value ladder is. Now, don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to mock or be disrespectful to you at all. No, no, no. Quite the contrary. Now, I've heard this term value ladder before. Okay, I've taken his one funnel away challenge. It was a 7-day course I paid $100 for, and I know they taught this in the course. Okay, now I took that course about maybe 2 years ago, and it did improve my marketing skills, I think, by quite a bit, and it also helped me narrow down my copywriting. The biggest problem amateurs like myself have with copywriting is we really don't know how to laser focus in on the message. We try to put too much in there, and it gets very confusing, and the person just shuts down and moves on. And I'm not pointing the finger at you. I'm saying me. This has been a part of my experience. Okay. So when I'm reading that book, I picked up that book a few weeks ago and started reading it, maybe 4 weeks ago, and I just started reading it. I'm ripping through it, right? And then it occurred to me, I'm not learning this. I'm reading it. I'm understanding what I'm reading, but I'm not actually learning it. So I want you to remember all the way back to like maybe grade 9. And remember in grade 9, it seemed like every night you went home, the teachers assigned homework. Like you'd go through the lesson for the day, and then in the back of the lesson, there was like 30 homework problems. And then you're in lit, you read this stupid short story, and then you've got to write a freaking, I forget, but like a 500-word summary about a short story that only had 2,500 words to begin with. They sent us home with a good amount of homework because they needed us to master the lesson of the day. And when I'm doing these slides, trying to take anything from anyone, quite the contrary. In fact, at the bottom of this, if you scroll down into the description, you'll notice I have a link for you to get this book. I want you to buy this book. Yes, I will make money if you buy the book using my link. I will make a whole $1. I swear to God, it's $1. Okay? So then why am I sweating it? Why am I sweating you to buy the book so badly? I'm not lying. If you're a digital marketer, this book will change your life. Because when I started reading it again with the intention of not to finish the book, but to master every part of the book. So instead of it taking me, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to go through a chapter in there, they're shorter chapters and they have stories and dialogue. So the book is super easy to read. It doesn't read like a textbook. It reads like Russell is talking directly to you. I don't know if he's an amazing, talented writer or if he just hired an amazing, talented writer, but that book was written by an amazing, talented writer. I love it, and it's a pleasure to read. But most importantly, if you master what's inside that book, you will make more money. So I'm with you. Right now, I'm at the part of the value ladder right now in the book. I'm already making more money. Okay? So there you have it. I don't want to say how much because you're going to think I'm lying. And I'm kind of afraid to say how much because it's like I want to make the same amount next week, So I don't want to say it this week and jinx the shit out of it. Yeah, I spent time in the military. I'm a little superstitious, okay? Now, you ever hear that the retention rate for digital marketers is incredibly low? Lots and lots of people have tried it. They've tried mastering it, but most people fail. It's ridiculous. Like only 3% of people who try to become digital marketers are successful. 97% of the people fail. And the reason why they fail, and they fail miserably, okay, to the chagrin of their friends and family, they fail miserably. I failed miserably for years. I'll say that again. I failed miserably for years because I did not understand these core concepts. Now that I'm unpacking them, I'm starting to get more and more successful. Okay? So, this is why they fail. Bingo. They don't have a value ladder, and their funnel doesn't reflect them. And I'll tell you what I mean by that, okay? Not everybody sets up their company the way Russell sets up his company. I only personally do business with companies and people that I feel are highly ethical. That's right. If I think someone doesn't pay out or they hesitate to pay out or what have you, I'm not going to do business with them anymore. And I'm going to take all their advertising off my stuff and we're done. Okay? It's not personal, it's just business. I can't afford to send people that rely on me someplace that's not going to give them a fair shake. Okay? Now, I'm talking about advertising. Advertising will change your life. So I'm reading this book, right? Well, my cat is like right at my feet. Spike is right at my feet, and if I move wrong, I'll step on his tail. I don't want to do that. But he won't go away. He's stubborn as the day is long. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so when I talk about advertising, I mean real, legitimate advertising. Okay? I'm not talking about a traffic exchange. I'm not talking about a safe list mailer. Heck, I'm not even talking about solo ads, which if you ask me, solo ads are a bunch of bunk. Because think about it, okay? I work my butt off to build a subscriber list of, let's say, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers. And these are active subscribers. I put something out there and they respond to me in some manner, okay? Why in the world would I just start selling solo ads and delivering them to these people? That makes no sense. It waters down my newsletter and it bogs them down with ads, just all ad after ad after ad. If I subscribed to a newsletter and it was just ad after ad after ad, I would unsubscribe hastily. And if there was no way to unsubscribe, like a lot of those people think they're clever, they don't have unsubscribe buttons, there's no way to do it, I just report them as abuse and block them in Gmail. Okay? So, sorry, I didn't mean to get all militant. It just pisses me off. All right? When I'm talking about advertising, I'm talking about Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. If somebody has a blog and they have a high level of traffic in the blog, and the blog is of the same subject of the item you're selling, and you buy advertising on that blog, that is legitimate advertising, okay? That is an ad that's off to the side, it's discriminate, yet noticeable, and someone reading the article is like, oh, hey, I need that. And just to let you know how that works, well, save that for you at the end of the video as a bonus, okay? But the cost of advertising isn't too high. It's your value ladder can't afford it. So, no, advertising is not too expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish it was cheaper. Russell talks about being able to advertise for every dollar he spent in advertising, he made $2 back, okay? Yeah, I wish those days would come back, but they're probably not going to, especially now with the inflation where it's at. So advertising is not too expensive, even though it is kind of spendy compared to years previously. Clicking for views is the only thing I can afford. Trust me, clicking for views is costing you more time than you can imagine. I'll prove it to you right now, okay? Let's say you were like me, all right? So a few years ago, I'm working for Walmart. I only lasted 90 days because I got real comfortable working for myself. And then a buddy of mine asked me for help. So I'm like, it'd be kind of good to get back out there in the workforce, rubbing elbows with real people, having conversations in the flesh. It was right in the middle of COVID. It was a horrible nightmare. And the store, the people I was working for, things got tweaked around, and it was not a good experience for me. So I will never, ever, 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 ever try to get another job ever again. You know, I will pay the expensive healthcare insurance. I will rely on myself to make money because it's the best way to go. I don't have blisters on my feet no more. So clicking for views is expensive. You're working. You're making $20 an hour, right? So your time is basically worth $20 an hour. So if you're sitting there playing video games, that's $20 an hour. If you're, having a picnic with your wife and family, or husband and family, or partner and family, whatever, I don't care. It's $20 an hour. Okay. So if you're clicking and you're spending 2 hours a day, 5 days a week clicking, that's $40 a day times 5 is $200. Okay. So by being on these traffic exchanges, and let's say you have a really excellent computer, it's very powerful, you got a buttload of RAM, and you even have an NVRAM drive for your data, so it's super screaming fast, right? And you can surf 10 surf exchanges at one time without your computer halting, blue screening, or crashing in any way. So you're telling me that for every click you get 10 credits, 1 credit per site, right? Okay, so you're getting 10 credits. Those credits are costing you $20 an hour, $200 a week, $800 a month, $9,600 a year. So what makes more sense? Spending $20 an hour in these traffic exchanges, okay? Or, hear me out, you spend $10 a day. So instead of spending $40 a day, you only spend $10 a day with Pinterest advertising. You're getting high quality, targeted, alert, interested traffic. All right. They're interested because the people coming to your ad are matching on your boards. So they're interested in what you have to say. They might be willing to look at your hook and even listen to your story. This is an ideal situation, and it's not costing you 2 hours of your time a day, and it's not costing you $40 a day worth of your time. It's only $10 a day in advertising to get more traffic than you can actually handle. I know that sounds like a huge boast, but later on, when I start doing more and more Pinterest training, and I will be using some Pinterest training from other people, of course, with their permission, because there's people out there who know a lot more than I do. Kim Ward is one of them. She is a Pinterest master. And right now, she is the person I'm learning all my Pinterest from. So believe me, it's not the advertising, the paid advertising that's too expensive. It's the free advertising that is too expensive. And it's not good advertising. These people are unaware. Their attention is dulled because they've been sitting in front of a computer looking at ads for the last hour and a half. Is that really the person that's going to notice or even read your bullet points or listen to your video? Shoot, when I used to surf on those traffic exchanges, because I'm talking from experience, and now my time is worth $75 an hour, not a mere $20 an hour. So now it's like there's even more on the line than there's ever been for me. I would do it with the sound off. Okay, I would turn the sound off for my entire computer, just no sound. I'd have the TV on with something going on in the background so it wasn't too monotonous, and then I would just surf, and my mind would go numb, my vision would blur. I'd be clicking the button and kind of looking over at the TV, not really paying attention. And I know what you guys are saying. That's a bad surfer. Dude, it's what every surfer does after a certain period of time. Whether they realize it or not, they get kind of into that hypnotized state, and they're not really paying attention. That's why they put in those little drills that are like, what was the last ad you just saw on our site? And if you answer correctly, you get a couple credits. I don't know what the deal is for answering wrong, different sites, different rules. But what I'm saying is that is not alert, targeted traffic. It's not. That's traffic that's interested in other people seeing their site, and they want to get this over with as quickly as possible. So just keep that in mind, all right? Now here's the third one right here. I can't generate enough traffic. That's actually real. That's a pain point for many marketers, including myself. You know, people would come up to me with these amazing opportunities, and I would say no right to their face. And I'm talking, these are friends. A couple of them are really family. And they'd say, why not? Why not hear me out? I'm like, it's just a waste of time. You're going to tell me about the pay. You're going to tell me about the product, but you're not going to tell me how to generate traffic. But we've got a marketing plan. You got to hear the marketing plan. Yeah, the marketing plan always talks about Facebook and drilling down and searching for people and contacting them. I don't want to be an internet telemarketer, all right? I'm not even interested in doing that. Now, if someone has a question and they ask me a serious question about anything that I'm training or offering or wrote or whatever, you know, I will talk to them and answer their question and be all cool up until the point they try to sell me something. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a right way and a wrong way. For instance, they're talking to me. Oh, I have a question like this. I have a question like that. Oh, could it really do this? Could it really do that? Okay, because here's my story. Blah, 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 blah. And they tell me, and it usually is the same way. You know, they're hard workers. They're go-getters. But they're just not making enough money for themselves and their family. And they just need more money. It's point blank, bada bing. All right? That's when I come in with, hey, I've been doing this for the last few weeks. I've made X amount of dollars doing it. If this sounds interesting to you, do you want me to send you a link? You know? If someone's complaining that they don't have enough time to write their stuff, and they're like, you know, I want to be a blogger. I'm really into content marketing, but I just don't have the time. It takes me like 6 hours to write one, 400-word article. I don't know what to do. That's where I introduce them to artificial intelligence and let them know that, the artificial intelligence can put out an article on whatever you tell it. And then you could just go through and add in a sentence here, sentence there, turn some stuff around, just kind of put your voice into it. Maybe add a little blurb of your own self-experience or something like that, So that's the right way to do it, okay? But when you guys are talking and they're like, oh yeah, we just got back from Disneyland vacation. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Disneyland's expensive, huh? And they're like, yeah, it's expensive. You're like, you want to make some of that money back? And they're like, how? And you're thinking they're open to your offer. They're not, dude. They just heard something highly unusual. Because I'm a Disneyland guy. I love to go there. It's one of my favorite places to go when I have the time, okay? And for me going there these days, it's more of a matter of time than it is really money. But anyone who says Disneyland is expensive, I will agree with them because Disneyland is expensive, man. Whether you're an annual pass holder, well, it's actually less expensive for annual pass holders, but I understand if you live in Mississippi, maybe being an annual pass holder isn't such a bargain for you because you got to fly to California every time. But seriously, okay, just because someone agrees that Disneyland is expensive and you ask them a question that most people don't ask, okay? I've had conversations about Disneyland more than I can remember, and I don't ever remember someone saying, you want to learn how to recover some of your money back? No one's ever approached me with some crap like that. That's weird. And I would just say how, just out of just curiosity of the most bizarre thing anyone's ever told me. Because most people, when you're talking with his friends in a conversation, most people aren't going to tell you how you're going to make more money. It just doesn't really come up conversationally. It's not natural, okay? So when someone does it, your defenses go up and you're no longer open to anything because you didn't do it in a conversational way. And believe me, I've done that before. I've contacted people on Facebook and they've blocked me and reported me for spam. And I went through that whole ordeal. And, I understand. I understand the irritation. I understand I went about it the wrong way. And I had to correct everything I did. I learned it the hard way. Just because you paid for a course on how to get more online business and how to use Facebook to get more business doesn't mean that what they're saying is a good idea, because it's normally not. Now, the other big roadblock, I only make $50 a sale. I can't even afford to run my business. Okay, those are two giant red flags that should tell you you need to start doing things a different way, because what you're doing right now is obviously not working. This is super important to understand. It's not that you're giving up on your dream. It's not that you're giving up on your business or you're quitting or you're a quitter. It's not that. It's understanding that what you're doing right now isn't working and you need to make a left turn or park or stop, take stock, figure out where you're at and figure out where you made that wrong turn. Because if you say something like, I can't afford to run my business, that is a huge red flag, especially if you're a digital marketer, okay? That just blows my mind. I hear digital marketers say that all the time, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. But in the beginning, I could totally relate to all of this, even that I can't afford to run my own business, because if you're throwing $300 a month into something and you're not getting anything back, $300 a month, that's a lot. Think about all the other things you'd be doing with $300 a month, and you already have a full-time job. So this is like working two jobs at one time, only the second job doesn't pay you, they charge you. So believe me, I understand the frustration. I've been there, I've done that, and I have moved on. And sometimes moving on is hard because we tend online to go into business with friends, or we go into business with people and then we make friends with them. And we feel like we're letting them down. You've got to do what's best for you. Everything else is just background noise. And if a person is going to get mad at you because their marketing thing isn't clicking with you, then they weren't your friend to begin with. It's just that simple. Okay. Now, let me tell you the solution. Value ladder to the rescue. This is crazy important. All right. So remember in previous weeks, this is what we've been building up to. Okay. So value ladder. Level 1. This is where people are at, and a lot of people stay at this level. They offer a free report or a free ebook for zero cost. They just want contact info, normally an email address and a name. Okay, some people just collect email addresses and no names. This is where people stay. And then underneath this, at their level 2, they'll put an affiliate program. That is not the place for an affiliate program. Okay. Oh crap! I'm so stupid. I didn't put the $7. It just says $7 at level 2, but it doesn't say. It doesn't have anything there. So that's supposed to be a private Facebook group for $7. Okay. So level 1, they see your ad and it resonates with them. All your bullet points are on par. You did everything right, and there you go. We'll talk about that more in the next slide. Okay. So they went ahead and they filled it out. They hit submit, and then boom, another message from you comes up, and it's talking about your private Facebook group dedicated to whatever it is you're selling. As you can see, I left this real general because it's specific, but it's general. I don't know what you're selling. I don't know what your business you're in, and I don't know where your expertise lies. Regardless of your business and expertise, this will work for you. Guarantee it. Okay? So they go in and fill that out, and boom, it comes up. Your private Facebook group, it's private. It's only filled with like-minded individuals, and it's spam free. Okay, if someone contacts someone to try to spam them, they're immediately ejected from the group. They're banned from everything. Because that's insidious. The person is leeching off of you, and then they're damaging your business. So you got to eject them. Forget about it. And you're charging $7 a month for this. And now the group in and of itself has a lot of value to it. Without the $7 a month, you don't get access to the instructional reports, the instructional ebooks, the instructional videos that you've put on there over the years to benefit your members. Okay. Now they do that. They sign up for that, and boom, they get another thing, another ad for an instructional video for only $47. Like, hey, if you want to see a video where I walk you through the steps of this, that, and the other thing for the low price of $47, plus you get this, you get that, you get some of this, you get a little bit of that. I'll send this to you. You'll get this through email. To build up the value there. $47. They buy that, right? Then boom, level 4. Okay, they're on level 4. Live webinar, $97. Okay. You're going to do a live webinar. It's going to be live. It's going to be such and such day, such and such time, $97. They pay that, they're in. Plus they get this and this and this as free gifts. Plus inside the webinar, there's going to be a free bonus. People love freebies. They love knowing that the initial offer is worth $97, but all the other stuff just sweetens it. It's just like you eat steak and potatoes and broccoli for dinner, and then you get 12 desserts after dinner. Okay, it was just a weird analogy. I'm sorry about that. Now they sign up and pay for that, and boom, they get another ad. You could get 4 30-minute instructional periods with me personally, live one-on-one for the low price of $297. Okay, and then at the end, your affiliate offer comes in at the $100 price tag. Okay, so just think about that for a second. Oh, plus you get holy crap, you're making all kinds of money here. I don't have my calculator up. Okay, hang on for a second, guys. Sorry about this. Let me end that for a second. Let me bring up the calculator real quick. All right, what, now I can't find the calculator? I should have had this open before showtime. I just didn't realize the adding up of this. So $7 plus $47 plus $97. Oh, hang on. Let me get this more in. Oh, I really thought you guys would be able to see the calculator. Hang on. Let's go back to share screen. Okay. So, hang on for a second. Screen. Oh, entire screen. Screen 2. Oh, the other screen is screen 1. Okay, so now you can see the calculator. I'll start over so you can see it. So 7 plus, 47 plus 97 plus 297 plus. So right now in your products, if they go through the first 5 levels, you're making $448 for the sale, right? Plus the $50 commission from your affiliate offer if they go into that too. But if they're going through your whole value ladder, then they'll probably go to the next step. So if they go through the whole thing, you make $498. You're making almost $500 now. If you're making $500, could you see spending $50 to acquire a customer? Now that doesn't sound so expensive. Right? If you're making $500 every time one person goes through this entire value ladder, then spending $10 a day isn't that big of a deal, is it? Just think about it. $10 a day, 30-day month, that's $300. You're making $498 off of one sale. If you run that ad and you make 2 full ladder sales a month, you're well into profit. You're into profit when you make your first full ladder sale. Your second ladder sale, you're really into profit. And then so on and so forth, right? Now, a lot of you are going to think that, oh, you need to, you really need to go ahead and have the entire ladder built before you start. And that is not true. There we go. And for a second there, you ever notice when your technology doesn't seem to want to work? It's so crazy. All right, anyway, don't think you have to have all of that created before you get going on this. All right, get up to level 1. Do the private Facebook group get that all set up, and then do the instructional video. Because at the very least, 47 plus 7 is $54. And then if you make that other sale to get that $50 commission, that right there is $104. Okay. So having the first 3 levels complete could ideally get you $104 in profit minus the $50 estimated to acquire the customer. Okay. To pay for your monthly advertising, you'd only have to sell 3 of them, and then a 4th to be into profit, and then so from there. Okay. And then as you're making these sales, then you get to the point where you can afford to do the live webinar. Then you get to the point where you can afford to do the 4 30-minute instructional periods, and you get that done. And it's more than just creating the webinar or the instructional video. What you have to do is you have to create a capture page. And for the first one, it needs to be a capture page. Okay. Then for the subsequent ones, those are all sales pages. And you need to get those sales pages done so that, hang on just for a second. Just need to make sure this is going good. Okay, Violet to the rescue. Yep, that's what it's supposed to look like. And then, of course, YouTube. Yep, value ladder to the rescue. Okay, that's all good. Okay, perfect. So, your first 3 tiers done. And that includes the original capture level 1, and then the sales pages for level 2 and level 3, plus doing the video and setting up the private Facebook group. Now, the important thing of these sales pages, I'm calling them sales pages instead of capture pages, is because at the sales page, throughout the sales page and at the bottom, you're going to want to put in a buy now button. Buy now buttons. And they pay right then and there. And then boom, right into your PayPal account or your Stripe account or whatever account you use. Okay. That way, when they pay the $7 to enter your private group, they're not paying PayPal first and then Facebook first, and Facebook's giving you a portion. You're getting all the money, and then the person has to let you know their email address that they use to pay, and then that's how you let them in, and boom, it's all done. You keep 100% of the money there, except for what it costs to advertise. If they go on to purchase the instructional video, which again was another sales page with buy buttons throughout, and that $47 is now yours. Okay? and then you'll give them access via email to the video. And then, of course, a live webinar is kind of, you'll pick one date, and on that particular date, you're doing the live webinar, and you'll teach them and show them live, and they can ask questions, and you can respond to them. That's not something you build out ahead of time, but you will need to get, a platform to do the webinar, and then the material and all that other stuff for it. But that's after. Okay. The thing to keep in mind is that $50, after they buy the instructional video for $47, they'll go on to that $100 product that you're trying to sell them, giving you the $50 and then giving you that $104 profit at the end of the ladder. And that's just the first 3 levels. And the reason you're told to do that is because a lot of people will try to create everything for all 6 levels all at one time. And the problem with doing that is it takes a lot of time, resources. If you just do level 1 first and just practice with that one, then do level 2, then level 3, get them built out completely, and then go to the next step, go to the next step. Once you finish level 3, potentially you can start paid advertising and start recouping a lot of that money back. And you're pretty much on your way. Now, basically, just to simplify, because we have to simplify everything, because the people that Russell's talking about in his book, we're not up to their level yet. So we have to take some of this information and be like, okay, well, we're not already making, $50, $60, $70,000 a year doing this. So we got to scale it down for someone at our own level. So focus on the important things first and try not to get mucked up with all the details of someone who's at a higher level. First thing you need to learn to do is to craft your offer. Learn how to make an offer and learn how to make an offer irresistible. Okay? And that's where the added benefits, the added bonuses come in. So at every level, you want to try to have multiple sign up and purchase bonuses for them. For instance, if you go into my links because you need traffic and you click on the Pinterest Marketing Academy, you buy that on my link, I will build and host a blog for you for 1 year. Okay? And then after that, every year after that, it's just a nominal fee. It's not very expensive at all. So just keep that in mind, that there are benefits and bonuses, and you need to make an offer irresistible. There's a lot of different ways to do it. It's just what you're good at to add to that, and that becomes a part of your offer. All right? Second, you need to learn how to tell your story. Okay? Because the story is going to pre-sell them to the offer. It's important to understand the purpose of the story. So just telling someone about what went on in your hometown when you were growing up, and it's not relatable to the offer or even remotely related to the hook, people are going to scream clickbait and move on. And every time your name comes up in a conversation, you're a clickbait spammer scammer. You don't want to be that. Finally, you're going to need to craft that hook so that they will listen to your story. The hook, well, all of this is incredibly equally important. If you have one of these 3 things off, you're not going to make the sale. It's that simple. And believe me, you might tell me you're not selling anything, you're just collecting emails and building your subscriber list. Getting them to subscribe to your list and being an active member is in and of itself making a sale. Just because funds don't exchange hands doesn't mean it's not a real sale. Okay, so don't think, oh, the hook has to be outstanding, but then, the story could be a little weak and the offer has to be good. It doesn't work that way. All 3, first, second, and finally, have to be amazing. Okay, because look at the hook. They're surfing the internet and they're doing their thing, and they want to do what they want to do. they might not be interested in seeing your ad at that particular time. So that hook has to slap them a little bit, just smack their attention. So they're like, ooh, look at that. And boom, they click. And now they're hearing your story. Okay. That's just incredible. Now, again, I say this again because it's super important. Keep in mind, you don't have to complete the entire value ladder. To begin, just complete levels 1 through 3. That's it. Just do 1 through 3, and then tag your affiliate offer on the end of 3, and you'll be there. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, Chris, you're telling me to do this, that, and the other thing, but you're not really telling me how to do it. That comes later. I'm just giving you this information as it's presented in the book. If you want to learn how to build sales pages and funnels and stuff like that, Thursday, Jesus, that startled me. Thursday is LeadsLeap training, and I show you how to do all of that in LeadsLeap. So go ahead and check that out coming up this Thursday. Okay, last Thursday for LeadsLeap training, I talked about how to build the list inside of LeadsLeap and how important the signature is. Super important, okay? So just do steps 1 through 3, all right? And now, all right, to increase the value, you have the first 3 steps of your ladder complete. Then you can add your affiliate offer after step 3, as we've been saying. This ensures you're making double $50 an hour. You're no longer at $50 a sale. You're double $50 a sale. You're at $104 a sale if they go through the first 3 steps of your ladder. All right. At this level, you should be able to afford real advertising, and we talked about what that was. You'll be able to grow your list faster than you've ever before, and you will make more sales than you have ever made. Okay. So instead of just giving away 1 report, maybe you give away 3 reports in an ebook. And the 3 reports support the facts inside of the ebook just for their email address. That's a lot harder to say no to than just 1 free report. Is it not? Okay. And as I say, if you have trouble, if you're having trouble making these things, please feel free to use AI. It's there. It works very, very well. This time in February or March, I'd be like, no, forget AI. Forget it. That's stupid. You're having a robot write your sales pages. I mean, what's next? Plagiarism? And then I started using it, and I realized you can give it information, give it your tone of voice, give it sample paragraphs of your writing, and all of a sudden it produces something incredibly unique, branded with your voice, and it does it within seconds, not minutes, seconds. It's pretty, I was impressed. I was very impressed. This is all happening. We know how you can increase the value. Infographics are very, very popular. So like you've got 3 reports and 3 infographics. Now that's way more attractive. You don't even have to have an ebook. Just 3 reports, 3 infographics. Okay? Interesting. All right. Now, we're running a little bit long, so I have to go ahead and give you your homework. Okay? And I know you might feel like you're in grade 9 and you're getting all that homework like we were talking about before, but this is very, 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 very important. All right? You need to write your value ladder mission statement. And in the book, it's VLMS. It should look something like this. We help, insert who, to insert the result they want to achieve through insert your new opportunity. Okay? So, for instance, I'm talking about what I do. I help struggling entrepreneurs to make their first $1,000 through consistent daily action. Or you could put in your business through, like Russell put ClickFunnels because that's his business. Kim Ward would say the Pinterest Academy because that's her business. Okay, and it's not just you learn way more than Pinterest. You learn all kinds of good marketing stuff. It's pretty incredible. So you just craft it like that. Who you want to help, what you want them to achieve through whatever opportunity you're presented. Okay, that's your value ladder mission statement. So everything in my value ladder is crafted to help the person make that first $1,000. Everything in Russell's value ladder is aimed at the person so they can increase their business as well. And I want to say same thing with Kim. We all have similar mission statements, basically. We all try to do basically the same thing. Myself, I like working with the beginners, people who are pretty new. They've never done this before, or they've been trying to do it. They've been trying to succeed for 3-4 years. They just haven't for a variety of reasons. Okay. And that's who we're here to help. Russell, they're here to help more of an intermediate business person. And Kim can also help more of an intermediate business person. They're making a good $2,000-3,000 a month. Now they want to get to the 10-15K a month level and go on from there. And those types of value ladders will look completely different. So I just want to give you a quick glance at next week, the attractive character. And then the week after that, we start doing funnels. So the attractive character, when you're up and you're doing your thing, you kind of want to make a character. And I'm not saying make stuff up. You know what? We'll go through it next week. Don't worry. It'll make way more sense then. Okay. Okay, now I wanted to show you this because this I feel is very important. This here is for .com secrets, and this is what my link for .com secrets at the bottom is for. Okay, that link will take you through this entire funnel. Pretty amazing. So this is .com secrets book main offer. Okay, this offer for $9.95, you will get the book. From that, I get $1. All right. So you get the book. You go to buy the book. You put in your payment information. Everyone's super excited, right? Then you go on to the next step. Order bump. You buy the audiobook for $37. You figure you can listen to it and read it at the same time, or maybe you want to listen to it while you're driving around, or you're at the park, or whatever, hands-free, listen to it at work. But you pay $37 for the book. I make $14.80. So from these two levels, I've made $15.80. Not real impressive. Okay. 2-day event. Order bump number 2 for $97. All right, now it's getting more interesting. Now we have a commission of $38.80. See how this stuff is starting to add up? Okay. So the ultimate marketing video kit, $197, and if they buy this, $70.80. All right. So let's add that up to see where that puts us. $1 plus $14.80 plus $38.80 plus $97 plus $147 plus $297. Oh no, I screwed up. I'm sorry, guys. $1 plus $14.80. Nope, screwed up again. I should have just put this on a slide. Okay, $1 plus $14.80 plus $38.80 plus $58.80 plus $118.80 plus $78.80. Boom. If someone goes through this entire value ladder and they buy it every step of the way, because they bought this book initially on my link, when they buy everything else, that's also coded to my link. They don't even know what's happening. It's automatic inside the system. I will make $311 in commission. If I only do that once a week, I'm spending $300 a month. So with just one sale of someone else's funnel, I'll be at $11 profit. If I make 2 sales, I'll be at $322 profit. So on and so forth. Okay. So if I multiply that, let's say I make 1 sale a week of this, that's $1,244 a month for the low cost of $300 in advertising. I'm making a profit of $944. Yeah. A month just by selling Russell's .com secrets. And that's just .com secrets. Okay. He has a lot of other products. He has a lot of other funnels. It's pretty cool. And you also notice there's a video. The sales page starts out at the very top with a video. And it doesn't start automatically. You have to enable the sound. Okay. Now, I'm not going to, go through the whole video or nothing like that because it's not my video. It's not mine to do that with. Okay. I am super respectful of other people's properties. All right. Okay, so that's the end. Next week, we're going to build the character, and then the week after that, we're going to be talking about building the actual funnels. There is a difference between a value ladder and a funnel, even though graphically they look to be representing the same information. The value ladder only represents the dollar amount of the diagram or of your business plan. The funnel is the actual capture page and resulting sales pages after that. So, once you figure out the value ladder, now you have to figure out the actual funnels. But before that, we got to figure out our character. So that's where we're going to leave it at. I'm very sorry. I only wanted this originally to be a 30-minute video, but there was a lot more information here that I had originally anticipated. And of course, to critique myself, I really should have used more graphics and maybe even made this a 2-parter. But I do want to get through the book in a timely fashion, but at the same time, I don't want to skip any of the good stuff. But at the same time, this is only a summary. If you really want to get the full value from that book, I recommend you buy it and you read it. And the reason why I recommend the physical book is because you can stop wherever you want to stop. You can circle things in it. You can highlight things in it. You can go back and reread stuff. It's amazing. And that's why I like that. It's a little bit harder to do that with audiobooks, and of course videos can be a little tedious, with that little slider bar, trying to work it to get it back to the where they were talking about what you wanted to hear again. So, okay. But yeah, we want to get through it. I might even, I don't know, maybe add in another day, maybe add in a Saturday, but 6 days a week might be a little bit much. So we'll get it all figured out. If you guys have any questions about anything, just please put it in the comments or private message me, and we'll get your problems worked out. We'll solve it. So once again, thank you very much for being